Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I gotta tell you, Serpents, I'm in the mood. I am in the mood. You will not sleep by the end of this. You can't sleep by the end of this. If this is the first time that you've heard about Ripple, congratulations, because you have found the one. This video right here, every single minute of it. Pay attention to what is going on, because we are about to blow the roof off your ceiling. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm Crypto Serpent, 10 to 12 minute videos showcasing hours and hours and hours upon research compressed into 12-minute videos so that you don't have to do the research. I'm going to kick things off with this video, which came out in the media back in 2018. Interesting how the media used to speak about Ripple. Check it out.
We're seeing customers like Western Union, MoneyGram, they're leaning in and using our tools to solve a payments problem. And this payments problem is measured truly in the trillions of dollars. So while we're on kind of, mile marker one of a 26-mile marathon, we're definitely past the starting line.
That was Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse on Power Lunch earlier today when I asked him about the future of Ripple and how XRP, the cryptocurrency, could be used. And according to BK, what you just heard Garlinghouse say is the biggest thing investors are missing about Ripple. BK's over at the Plaza to break it all down. Hey, Beeps.
Hey, Melissa, thanks for that. Yeah, so Brad had some interesting things to say, and I thought it was really important to break down what he's talking about and what the opportunity, at least that Brad sees, and I think ultimately could be the bull case for Ripple. So let's break it down. Talking about the size of the payment markets, according to McKinsey, it's about $155 trillion is the size of the market. So your total addressable market is massive. Right now, if you take a look at what it costs to move $155 trillion, it's about $31 billion, roughly around 20 basis points is what it's costing you. So if using Ripple, and this is from Ripple stats, you could save about, according to them, about 60%. Well, how do they do that? So you use the Ripple ledger plus the Ripple currency. And that's the key to this 60% right here. The reason why using the Ripple currency, if people start doing this, is good for is the way you save, is because right now banks have to hold foreign currency everywhere in the world. They're called nostro accounts. It's very cost intensive to have that inventory around the world. They can simply replace that foreign currency with XRP and they can save a lot of money on that. So let's take a look at what Ripple's been doing. Obviously it's been down. I think we have a chart here. Yep. Obviously down from the peaks up here, right? The whole crypto market has kind of gone sideways here. But what does Louise Yamada say? The bigger the base, the higher in space. In my view, you have to have people start using that XRP, that Ripple currency, in substitute for foreign currency, but that's the utility. That's the use case for Ripple, the currency. If that's the case, then that's a pretty nice base right there.
Now, what's really interesting about this, first of all, this is back in 2018. Now, why doesn't the media do these type of videos anymore? I'll tell you why. They don't want you to hold this. I will say it again. They do not want you to completely understand what it is that this company does. That's just the reality of it. Now, nostro accounts in the banking world is not something that you hear too much about. Now, I do want you to research that. I want you to research the size of that industry and the solution that is being resolved by utilizing XRP. Really important here. I've always mentioned, it's not what's being said, it's what's not being said. And the problem and the solution that XRP provides is the biggest in the world. That's why it's mentioned on this channel as often as it is. But let's keep going. Now, BlackRock CEO reckons that the Ukraine war could speed up digital currency adoption. Well, would you have it? What? I mean, we're talking about the people that hated cryptocurrency. They hated it with a passion just a few years ago. And look at it now. Oh, the war and everything that's going on with the world and all the billions and billions and trillions of dollars of debt that is around the world, or now all of a sudden cryptocurrency mass adoption could be sped up. Interesting. CBDCs are coming. Everything is leading and pointing towards huge mass adoption of the crypto world. Now, who stands to gain the most in this new digital currency world, ISO 20022, XRP. But let's keep going. Now, Ripple gets massive support from two huge companies in SEC case. Will this be the end? Ripple has received support from two major companies who note that they have an interest in the financial outcome of the ongoing lawsuit. After 2 years of legal victories and losses, the case is set to come to an end after both parties filed a summary judgment to bring the case to a close. Very, very interesting piece of information coming out. So we know that Ripple is a San Francisco-based fintech company that's received major support from two huge companies. According to the latest, iRemit, a Philippines-based cross-border remittance company, and private jet charter company, TapJets, have joined the case requesting to file an amicus brief to showcase the utility of the XRP token. I mean, bravo. Yes, Serpents, this is good. Now, Cardano founder reacts to criticism on XRP and ADA. We have moved mountains together. Seems to me that everyone in the crypto world is jumping on the XRP bandwagon. I mean, am I the only one that sees it this way? What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, Serpents, because the narrative appears to be changing. Now, you guys know I'm not a fan of Cardano. I have my reasons. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just express my opinions on here. But it appears to me that Ripple settles or wins, the entire cryptocurrency world skyrockets to new heights that we could only dream of. And that's why now, after a very, very long time, you're seeing more and more people starting to jump on the XRP bandwagon. And so they should. I mean, they should have been with us all along, but it's okay. We forgive them. Of course, we'll talk about price, and we'll talk about how the price has been going down. What does that look like? What can happen from here? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, Serpents. I wouldn't leave you behind. Now, XRP shows explosive price performance, becomes the most profitable asset of, September. From September. September was a big month. I mean, a speculative month, but it was a big month, right? I mean, we started to see the community, and we started to see action. We're starting to think things happen in a big way. That judgment summary was huge. SEC having to hand over the documents. Massive. If you haven't heard about that, research about that. That's very, very important information for you to know. Now, the XRP airdrop incoming. The Flare outlined schedule for the long-awaited Spark FLR token. Remember, we get 15% initially, and then we get ours dropped into our wallets over the course of 2 years. If you held XRP throughout December 2020. Remember, December 2020. Now, of course, I'm going to talk to you guys about Flare on the channel. Will become a regular part of the channel. I've just been waiting patiently like all of you because we just didn't have any particular dates around this is going to happen. Now, provided enough validators take up those roles, Flare plans to distribute the FLR tokens between October 24th and November 6th. Now, the company says the exact date depends on feedback from exchanges. Remember, your exchange may be delayed. We know that Binance took ages to deliver the Spark tokens, so just be patient. I mean, we've waited this long. What's a little bit longer? In terms of Flare, how the Serpents are going to play with Flare, that, of course, I'll bring to the channel on separate videos, which are just separate to Flare. But we are going to play the Flare FLR game to perfection. It's going to be a really fun ride. So what's going to happen throughout the bull run? What's going to happen once the case settles? There is a strong community out there that believes that we will go between $15 and $20. Can we? Is that logical to think? Some people say no. Some people say $3, $4 and then we're done. Others are saying 15 to 20. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that, Serpents, I promise you. Now, 9 out of the top 12 cryptos assets are down 70 to 90%, lower than their all-time highs recorded last year. Now, YouTube and Google search is down across the board, right? I run a marketing agency. I can see the data. I see how many people are searching key terms on a daily basis. Now, I will say, if you don't mind, if you do enjoy the content, to give a like and subscribe. But 90% of the people that watch these videos don't actually follow the channel, which is crazy. I would appreciate it because it does help YouTube push the Xrp channel up further up the rankings. But if you don't, that's okay too. This is the time to be researching. This is the time to be saving. This is the time to not be putting money into stupid things and put money into the crypto market. Now, remember the saying, if it don't make money, it don't make sense? That's kind of the thing that I want you to keep remembering for the next 6 months. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. Say it with me. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. So what does it mean? It means don't go buying a new phone if you don't need it. Put the extra $12 or $15 per month in repayments into the crypto market. It means, do I really need that extra donut? Do I really need that extra meal out? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you to save. I'm telling you to sacrifice a little bit of happiness short term for a lot of happiness in the long term. And that does mean sacrifice. However, if you listen and you follow, if it don't make money, it don't make sense, and you dollar cost average, and you only put in what you can afford to lose, when we get to 2024, you'll look back on this video and be like, you know what? That serpent, he was right. Pay attention. And more importantly, pay attention to the 2 minutes that I'm about to play.
Better Than Cash Alliance and all other...
Now, some of you across TikTok, across Twitter may have already seen this, but I want to play this for you. 2 minutes and 20 seconds of absolute perfection when it comes to explaining what this is at the large scale. When I watched this, I couldn't sleep. And I hope it has the same impact on you. If you haven't seen it yet, sit tight. These next 2 minutes 20 are epic. Check it out.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, goosebumps. Incredible. Now, let's talk about price. As I've mentioned, the hype, what happened, everything that we've been talking about, that's been cool. But now let's look at it from a long-term perspective. I do believe that we will revisit low to mid 30s before we go up. People are going to get impatient and be like, oh, I pumped, but nothing happened, right? Market drops. We drop on this line, which is right on the 30. and then we skyrocket. Of course, we're talking about months in the making. We're not talking about today, tomorrow kind of stuff. Please be patient and understand that this is a long-term thing. You know, we're not going to get to 166 over the course of days, weeks, even months, potentially even a year or two, right? But be patient, because the solution and the 10 years that this has been in the making, it's all going to start to pay off in a very, very big way. So we're going to go down before we begin to go up. When we do begin to go up, in the long term, with the solution that it provides, the daily volume that it's going to have, and just in general, the on-demand liquidity product and how it's going to power the whole world, it's going to get crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. But before it gets crazy, we got to move into a short term. Just going to go down, and then we're going to start to go up. And when we start to go up, it's going to be months and months and months in the making. So 30 cents, maximum 25, as you can see from that support level. But the bulls will take over once we cross over 60 and consolidate above 60. And then we're going to start to fly, and you're going to see things move very, very, very rapidly. It has been an absolute pleasure for you to be here with me. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. Look forward to see you on the next one.